Hello everyone, hi. It's a new week. I woke up so tired this morning, and at first I was like, I'm not going to go to church today. My formative assignment is due on Wednesday. I need to do it. I don't have time. But then again, something said, it's not God that say you should be procrastinating up and down and not do your assignments. Like God did not say you should procrastinate. So go to church, and when you come back, whatever time is left, use it to do your assignments. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go to church. My mom will be so proud of me. But yeah, cannot be. I need to unlearn the habit of always putting everything first before God. So, I mean, it's formative. It's not even summative. It's this is just to just allow the teacher give you like a critic of your work. Okay, it's not even the main thing where they're going to grade it. So it's fine. So we're going to church today, and I'm actually so tired. I slept though, but I feel like I've not slept to my full potential. So, but going to church and then from there we'll just go to the library and do what we can. That's the plan for today. Hi everyone and welcome. So today's Tuesday and tomorrow is Wednesday and my formative assignment is due tomorrow. But guess what? I have done it. I cannot guarantee the quality of the work that I've done. Like, I just had to do it. I did it. But the work I did was very embarrassing though. I'm sure by the time my instructor looks at my work, he's going to be like, girl, you got a lot of work to do. But I just did it. I just had to do it because we're not getting graded on the formative assignments. You just do something and then they kind of give you advice on how you can improve. And if I tried to stress too much about it and I wanted to do something perfect, I would end up not doing it. So I just did it. On Sunday, I went to the library and I did something and I submitted it. And I was like, yes, that's it. So, but it's time to get serious. It's time to get serious. So I have about four people's presentation that have been through this course before. I went through each and every one of their presentations and I kind of wrote down like the things that were the topics or the headings under which they did their presentation. And I looked for like what were the things that were similar among each of their presentations. So I noticed that all of them did an introduction. Of course, you should do an introduction. Then they all did like objectives, like trying to say like what objectives are you trying to achieve with this presentation? And they all gave like a definition of rehabilitation. So I know someone gave a WHO definition, somebody else might have given ICS, but at least a definition of rehabilitation is in your work. And I think the most important aspect of all their works were the evidence behind this rehab technique or this rehab method. So why is this rehab method important? How what's the importance of this rehab method or this rehab technique or whatever it is you are talking about? How does it relate to the rehabilitation of the ICU patient and why is it important? And some even went further to critique the evidence, like this is the benefits of this technique, these are the limitations of the technique, and stuff like that. So yeah, the evidence and the critical analysis, I think, is the important part of the rehab method. So I think I've said this before, but I'm thinking of doing ICU diaries and how it relates to the psychological rehabilitation of ICU patients. I think that's what I'm going to do. I've been to the library a couple of times. I've searched for papers on it, and I know that there are lots of research papers on it. So I don't think this will be like something that I'll be struggling to find research papers on. There are lots of research on ICU diaries and how it relates to the psychological rehabilitation of ICU patients. And now that I've gone through other people's presentation in the past, I think that was why I was so confused earlier. But now that I've gone through other people's presentation, I kind of have an idea where I want to go. So I've kind of made a structure that I'm going to follow. I don't have to follow it to the T. I can always review this structure later. But at least I have a structure of how, I want to do my assignments. So just like everybody else has done, I'm going to do like objectives. I think this will be the last thing I'll do, the objectives, after I've finished doing all. But there'll have to be somewhere in my assignments where I'm talking about the objectives of my presentation. And then I'm going to do like introduction. So in my introduction, I want to talk about what I'm doing and why. So I'll talk about what is ICU rehabilitation, but I'll also try to relate. I'll try to say like rehabilitation is not just physical. So I have to find a paper that is saying that rehabilitation is not just physical, rehabilitation is also psychological, and there are other aspects of rehabilitation more than just the physical. And that way I'm able to connect it to ICU diaries. Then I'm going to try to talk about why my topic is important, like the significance of my topic, and then we will then move into like understanding ICU diaries. So what are ICU diaries? Where did they come from? If there's any paper talking about where they came from, who writes it, or what are the various ways that ICU diaries are being written? Because I think various trusts, even various countries have different ways of writing their ICU diaries. So, and what do they contain? And then I'll move on to talking about the purpose of ICU diaries and the mechanism of action of ICU diaries when it comes to psychological rehabilitation. And then I'll try to do some evidence-based, so look for articles saying like these are the evidence behind ICU diaries being useful in psychological rehabilitation, and try to do a bit of critical analysis and appraising, those papers. And then I think I'll talk about like what is the implication for nursing in ICU practice, because ICU diaries is something that nurses are very involved in. We are the ones that give it to patients or relatives. We are the ones that encourage the relatives to write in it. And we are the ones that will even say, oh, these are the importance of, ICU diaries and stuff like that. And even in follow-up clinics, I believe we are the ones that, read, try to walk them through the diaries and what has happened while they were asleep or while they were in an induced coma. And then I think I'll then do like recommendations or something like future research or implications. So that's kind of the idea I have when it comes to this presentation. And I know it might not be exactly this way. I probably will tweak it later, but at least I know where I'm going to. So I have some papers I've downloaded already, but I'm going to go through those papers and see where each of them fits into these categories, and then we can start to work proper. Feeling a little bit better because, well, I have an idea of the direction I'm going towards. So that's it. Just know I've done my formative assignment. I didn't even bother to talk about it because I just had to. The work is trash. Let's just say like that. The quality of the work I did was nothing to write to me about. I just picked some old paper and talked about it's fine. Just know I've done it. But quality-wise, nothing to write to me about. But I just had to do it because if I did not do it on that Sunday, I know myself. I knew I wouldn't be able to do it today because I worked yesterday, and yesterday's work was so heavy on the units, and I woke up like I was so tired today, so I knew like I wouldn't be able to do anything today. And tomorrow we are going to be in class, and the deadline I think is 12 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I'll just rather do something on Sunday, and that'll be it. So that's that with that. Yeah, that's it with my assignment. So my plan is I would go to the library today and go through the papers, try to put them in all the categories I've selected for my topic. And later on today, we will be having like a dinner with a friend. This month of November is actually quite a heavy month for me. So in the last video, I'm sure you guys saw where I went to say goodbye, or where I went for like a farewell party for one of my colleagues. I feel like this November, November and December is me saying goodbye to people. And as an introvert, it's hard for me to let people into my life, and I find it harder to say goodbye. So I really hate saying goodbye. Personally, I really hate change. But it's just that change is constant and you can't do without change. But if I could, I would not want to say goodbye to people. So the person I'm going to meet today is really dear to my heart. We used to live together. We used to be flatmates, and we met in the hospital accommodation. And I didn't expect that I was going to be close to her, but I'm an introvert and she's an extrovert. And I'm sure if she's telling her side of the story, she'd be like, oh my God, it took forever for me to open to her and for me to start talking to her and for us to start gisting and stuff. But when it finally happened, I was so glad it did happen. I was so glad that we were able to establish a friendship between us. And, she was one of the people, or she's one of the people that have really made my stay in the UK very delightful. Because moving from your own country and moving to another country can sometimes be depressing. But knowing that you have friends that you can always call upon and chat with makes life a bit easier from time to time. And even when we both left the hospital accommodation, we still do hang out. We would try to, do dinner appointments together or lunch or whatever, and just gist and give updates about our lives and talk about boys and stuff like that. So, and now she's leaving the UK and she's going back to her own country. And this dinner is a bittersweet one for me because it's not we just want to meet up and we just want to catch up. We are meeting up, we are catching up, and we are saying goodbye. And I have no idea when she finally goes back to her own country. I have no idea when next I'm going to see her or if I'm ever going to see her. And yes, there's technology. Yes, we're on TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on whatever, we're on Instagram. But real life connection is not the same. And she's also going back to her country. She's going to get occupied with other things. She's going to make more friends. She's going to meet her old friends. She's going to make new friends. She's going to probably work in a new job. She might forget about me. I might forget about her, all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to say goodbye to her tonight. And today is also really special because today is her birthday. So it's her birthday. It's our farewell goodbye meeting, and I'm going to miss her. We being friends really meant a lot to me. So because it's her birthday and it's also goodbye, I did buy some stuff for her. So I bought this jewelry that I bought from TK Maxx. So it's like a set. There's a necklace and then there is the earrings. I thought it was really cute and I thought she would like it. And I thought it would match well with her skin also. So I bought this for her from TK Maxx. And also I got a card that I'm going to write some farewell message. I haven't thought of what to write yet, but I'm sure I'll think of something before our dinner later. And the last thing I bought for her was a Bible. So one time I did invite her to church, or did I invite her to church? I think she said, oh, I'm always going to church, and she knows the church I go to, and she's always like, oh, she wants to go there. I'm like, oh yeah, go there. And I'm like, oh, would you like to come to church? And she was like, yeah, she'd like to come to church. And we did go to church together, and I probably should have invited her more. I'm buying her a Bible because I hope that when she goes back home, she would read it and have a relationship with God. I myself am like trying to start and restart. I'm trying to restart my own relationship with God. Yeah, I'm a Christian, but I think I've never really had like a personal relationship with God. And I'm trying to restart that relationship. And this year or sometime, is it this year or sometime last year, I was looking for like a Bible to buy. And I checked on Amazon and I saw this, the Women's Study Bible, and I bought the New King James Version. I wanted to buy the original King James Version, but I decided to go with the New King James Version. And it's a really good Bible for women. And it has I think this would be a good Bible for a starter also. Just like me also, I'm a starter. I really like the Bible too. So I'm buying her a Bible. I know she's had that experience with religion and it might not have been a pleasant one, but God is still God, and God is good, and God is merciful. So I'm just buying her a Bible, and I pray that she reads it, And I think this is a really cool Bible. It's really easy, and it explains like things that are going on and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm yet spiritually deep like that I could have said, oh, why don't you start from the book of John, or start from this, or give her like Bible verses to read and stuff like that. But I'm just going to tell her what I did. I started from the book of Genesis, and I just start from the book of Genesis. I think that's a good place to start from as a beginner Christian. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. So that's a good place to start from. So that's what I bought for her. And I'm going to pack everything in this bag. And I'm going to really miss her. Yeah, I don't want to cry yet. I'm pretty sure I'll cry when it's time to say goodbye to her. But yeah, honestly, I really hate saying goodbye to people, because it's really hard for me to meet people and for me to get to know. Meeting people is not a problem. Opening up to them is the problem. And then, you open up to people and then they have to go. That's really hard for me. But I've come to realize that, God gives and God takes. I really wish her the very best, in her journey. You know what? Let's save it for later. Yeah, but so that's my plan for today. So I'm going to pack all this up, put it in my bag, write the card now, and then go to the library, do some work, and dinner later. So yeah, that's the plan, guys. Yeah, see you later. So I'm walking to the city center, and I just had this crazy idea to walk instead of trying to enter the bus, because it's already like 5 p.m. Initially, we were supposed to meet by 5:30, but then she messaged me. I was like, oh, can we meet 6 instead? So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? So I'm walking to the city center because I don't know if you guys can see. That's just the traffic that is building up already. So it's either I walk, spend 30 minutes walking, or I pay £2.5 and I spend the same 30 minutes inside the bus, stuck for 30 minutes. So I've just decided to walk anyway. It's not raining, it's just windy. And the traffic in Oxford these days is unbelievable.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
Found anything else? Okay. So what's this? Meat.
More sushi.
More sushi.
Duck, chicken, potatoes.
Yeah. since you live in, and it's your birthday.
A double whammy, I know.
I know, and you're going away for Christmas.
Oh.
So I got you a Christmas bag.
See, I thought maybe we'd meet again before I go. Well, maybe not. No, maybe not.
So maybe you can come to church. To go to church together.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I said, when it's Christmas, you can look at the bag and be like, oh, it's Beatrice.
That is so cute.
So I got you this.
We should have filmed you doing that bit.
Oh.
Because you just filmed me going, oh.
So, let me get all this away. So you can open
You
it.
really shouldn't have. Now I feel bad.
That's okay.
I haven't got you a Christmas present this early in advance.
Well, you could look at it as a double birthday.
A double whammy.
Yeah.
Can I look at the book now?
Yeah, you can.
I'm reading the spine. Oh, it's hefty.
No.
I'm going to show
Yeah.
your camera. The Women's Study Bible. Oh my goodness. Wow. Thank you. Have you read this? How did you know about this?
So, last year I wanted to get myself a new Bible, and I was looking for something that was like going to be like not so, the King James Bible,
Yeah, intense.
like the it's actually the way it's intense. I wanted something a bit less intense. So people were like, oh, the New King James Bible is like a bit less intense. But then I saw this on Amazon, and it was like, the Women's Studies Bible. So I was like, okay, I'm going to buy it and see what it's about. And I think it's really nice, Lisa.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do you have one?
I have one, the exact same one.
Really?
The exact same one.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I think this is meant to be.
Yeah. So I bought it for you because we went to church that one time.
Yeah.
And I thought you would be interested in, Christianity and faith and all that. And I think the only advice I have is just start from the book, the Genesis,
Really?
and just make your way through. That's why I started doing this year also. I just started from the book of Genesis, and I read like one chapter every day.
Do you?
Yeah, I try. Let me rephrase that. I try to read one chapter every day.
This is probably, honestly, like the most heartful, best gift. It's intimidatingly big.
It is, but I think it will worth it for you. Yeah.
God, next time you see me, I'll be transformed. Oh my god, I'm honestly so impressed. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is like a really meaningful gift.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Are you done with your drink?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you guys enjoy the food?
yeah.
I might get some water actually before I leave. Sorry, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's so nice.
And there's more.
You're so casual. I'm like, ooh, don't cry. Ooh. Can I open this now?
You can actually. You can.
Because I know sometimes we're like, sometimes we're like, ooh. Or like, no. Oh god. I'm sorry, in this light. I'm gonna show the fans. Wait, let me. Oh god, I've done this terribly.
Yeah.
How the hell did you find these?
I know. It was a day's journey. I'm just joking.
You went up mountains, you went through rivers.
Yeah.
That is stunning. For Christmas.
And for birthday and for farewell. So a triple whammy.
You're so casual. And I'm like, ah! That's amazing. Thank you so much. No, but I was fine. It's cool. I'm not very good at taking. I'm not very good at receiving gifts.
Neither am I though. I wrote an essay in there.
You what?
I know, I wrote an essay in there.
That's really. Oh, that's so cute. I'm not going to read it all right now because that's. These might be one of the most nice cards. I still have the card that you guys gave me leaving the accommodation.
Oh, yeah.
I have it pinned, so I have a board at home, like a wooden board, and I have different cards pinned. So I've got a card from Georgia, a card from my parents, a card from you guys, all pinned on it. And I have some photos from travels.
Oh, yeah.
But I've just got like some key cards.
Sorry.
That. And now I've got another one. Oh, that is. I love that you're linking him in. Oh. That is so sweet.
I am going to miss you.
Thank you so
I said
much.
it in the card, but
Yeah.
I'm going
I did see that bit. I like skim reading. I was like, oh, that is. Thank you. Well, now look, I was saying I saw my parents earlier today, and I was like, how look like. I said how we're going for food, and last year we also met. My brother gave me a voucher for my birthday, and
we went to
that place together. And I was like, it's so nice to have like someone to like do all these things with.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know. And I'm glad you forced your way into my life.
Yeah, I strong armed you. I was like, we're gonna be friends.
I'm like, yeah, bye now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Standing literally outside the kitchen door, the other side in the hallway. Yeah. God, when I think back to how forceful I was just chatting. I was excited to like.
I know I can be very not wanting to talk to anybody.
Not about me. I was like, you're definitely, when you open the kitchen door initially, you're definitely like, here she is again. Oh no. Yeah, but look where it got us. My non-stop chat. My favourite days was when we sat on the kitchen table and you would read to us.
I know.
Do you remember that?
I remember that.
That's like one of my key memories from that accommodation. And you like read, and then we'd like all laugh about like the ridiculous recommendations. We were like, what? So yeah. They were good, like core memories.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah. Or like, if someone went, like, if I went for a date and I'd come back and be like, how was it? I was like, sit down. Or like, I'm chopping something, you're like sitting at the kitchen table, like, tell me everything. And I'm like, yeah.
I know. There were also days like I would be like, oh, is this a back? Is this a back? I have something to tell you.
Yeah, because there'll be days you come and you're like, I have news. Like, I have something to tell you. Yeah? Give it to me. Yeah, see, good times.
I know.
Really good times.
Yeah, it is. It was. I had a wonderful time, and you did make my stay in the UK more bearable. Yeah, and I wasn't lonely in Ash or depressed. Apparently, people are depressed.
Really? Not when you have. I didn't give you time for those feelings to come up.
Yeah, exactly. You didn't spare me those. Like,
yeah, I'm gonna keep your mind busy.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to miss you. I wish you all the best as you grow on. And since I'm a Christian, so I'm going to pray, but I'm trying to be more Christian and start my journey and not just be like a peripheral Christian.
Okay.
Yeah, so
I pray that God grants you all your heart desires, and the best man for you will come. Like my friend says, they can only marry their husband. They can't marry your own husband. He's out there waiting somewhere for you, and
That's really sweet.
God will direct you to be at the right place at the right time, and you meet the right person, and you have the family with the cute little children, and maybe one day you send me postcards with them and be like, "Merry Christmas" from the Davidsons or the whatever, with the PJs and everything.
That's really cute.
And I wish you all the best in your new job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you have very good people to support you, and when you need help, you want black help, and you're going to have a lovely time with your family, and you're going to make new friends also. You probably will yap your way into their life also.
I'm strong on them, so I was like, I've been faced with this challenge before. I've had a friend, and it took me 9 months to crack up. I was like, I can crack you. It probably took me long. It probably did take me 9 months to crack you.
I think it is. Yeah.
And at the end, then you like softened for me.
I know. I'm usually like that though. I'm trying to do better. But you see, you let people into your life and then they tell you they're going home. You see? I don't understand it. How selfish and rude.
See, there's a saying, right? People are either coconuts or peaches. Have you heard this?
No.
So people are either coconuts or peaches. A coconut is someone who's hard on the outside, but once you get to know them, they're soft on the inside. Whereas peaches are people who are soft on the outside and bear everything. So a coconut is someone like, I don't know you, you're a stranger, I'll treat you accordingly. And you have to like get to know me and earn my trust and like whatnot to get into my soft side. Where a peach would come along and be like, and be like really like friendly, like from the get-go and like telling everything. That's a peach. And then there's your coconut. But a peach is someone who's hard on the inside. So you know, like a peach is a pip or a stone on the inside. So a peach is someone who's fuzzy and like really welcoming and whatnot, but they've got a hard core. So they'll come off as really friendly, but they'll be really like to themselves deep down. So whereas I feel like with you, you have a hard exterior, but once someone gets to know you, you're soft. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
That was a terrible description.
I get it.
I feel like you're very genuine. That was a terrible description. Maybe the coconut analogy isn't the one.
Yeah, I just put that.
But,
So
yeah. I'm here being interviewer. What would you rate Cosmos out of 1 out of 10?
Cosmos, I would rate it a 7.
Ooh.
So it's an all-you-can-eat buffet, of course. So 7 because you get to order like a variety of stuff. But some of the food is like could be better. But then it's £23, so you really can't complain that much. Yeah. So a 7. And the ambience is nice.
Yeah.
You can take lots of lovely pictures.
Yeah. We've got a lovely tree behind you, which is beautiful.
Yeah, looking like spring.
So that's a pretty good rating.
Yeah.
I think Cosmos vary from city to city.
Oh yeah, that's true, because in every city. How's the one in Aberdeen?
Never went. Sorry. I didn't have a you person to be like, do you want to go? So, you know.
Okay, fair enough.
Would you recommend people in Oxford to come here?
Of course, yeah, I would. It's a good buck for your money. Yeah, you get to use it. Because if you go to like a standard restaurant in Oxford, you'll be spending like £30 for a good meal. £30-40 depending on what you want. If you want steak or something, yeah. And here you get to eat like a lot of stuff, rice, sushi. Like you go to a restaurant, it's mostly just like burger, meats, and only just one type of meats.
Last question.
Yeah.
Where did you get your new glasses?
I got this from Specsavers.
This girl can see. 2020 vision. Oh no. Now you can no see.
Which is funny because without the glasses, my vision is a bit blurred.
Yeah, I think that's why you have glasses.
I think.
Do you wear them all the time?
I'm supposed to. But then I miss my face without the glasses.
Give us a before and after. Ooh. That's nice. Congrats.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview and take. What a random place for the two of us to come. Do you ever think that?
In Ash?
Oxford.
I know, right?
The fact that we were both in.
I came in because I got a job there, so just
Same.
oh.
But it's like a random place in the UK to come.
I know. London is more like, oh yeah, everybody is in London. Yeah. That's true.
Like, yeah, I feel like if someone said I'm moving from Nigeria to London, it's like, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm moving from the middle of nowhere to London. Yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oxford. And then for us to meet in Ash. Random. In the same flat. How lucky were we?
We were.
How lucky were you to have someone so sociable? I was like, that's a tough nut to crack.
Oh my goodness. Okay.